Have you ever said to yourself, okay, it's done. I'm finally gonna delete social media. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I will stop doom scrolling. I will stop frying my brain and come back to concentration. Maybe you know how hard it can get to just read a book when you're just so used to get so much information in such small videos every minute of the day. Maybe you're also like me and have tried a social media detox for quite some times and you never really do it like for more than a few days. It's not bad, honestly. I totally get it. It is quite hard, especially when you have a stressy and busy day. Me personally, I love watching YouTube. I love watching also YouTube shorts. When I feel stressed, it just brings me down. I don't know. But have you, on the other hand, also realized how empty you feel after a certain time, how frustrating it is when you realize you cannot even watch a series anymore without your phone, or even read a book, or even just sit down in stillness. I believe that's definitely not the way how we meant to live, and I think it does way more damage to our brains than we can actually imagine. So I thought about a little project. I'm a yoga teacher. I do teach yoga in person, but I thought about creating a YouTube channel for a long time. Here and there I have been uploading some flows. However, I was never really like 100% happy with my own, the quality of the video and stuff like that. Not my flows, but just the settings and everything around. A professional camera, I have a microphone, and I'm ready to post a 30-day yoga challenge with a social media detox. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna meet every day on a yoga mat to do a yoga flow together. I will do many different variations of yoga, so challenging classes, beginner classes, classes for lower back pain, for instance, classes which focus much more on getting this concentration back. I will be so happy if you actually join every day and try out every different class. And if you're not a yogin, you have never done yoga before, I can just tell you, yoga is such an amazing way to come back to the present moment, to come back to yourself, because you are in there for 30, sometimes 20, sometimes 60 minutes. And all you have to do is really be present doing this asana, so concentrating on the movements, concentrating on your breath at the same time. And mostly if you really want to do it right, if you really want to be here, there's not too much space, or it's not too easy to go out of this moment and just be with your thoughts somewhere else. It really depends though, but this is why guided yoga also online is such a big plus, because the instructor can guide you through every position. The instructor can remind you to continue breathing. So this is how I started yoga. It was just so important for me that someone tells me and brings me back to the present moment when my mind wanders off again. And the most frustrating part is when I did some yoga for 60 minutes and I feel so good and I try to not touch my phone. Eventually 20 minutes later I check a message again, and I feel just by checking a message it has an immediate impact on me. So I believe this social media detox in combination with the daily yoga practice is such a good way to do that, because it's a commitment, it's a routine, and yoga is the practice again which brings you in a present moment, while the phone is some kind of tool which gets you out. By the way, I'm not trying to say that social media is only bad or phones are only bad. Of course, it gives us so many opportunities. Many things are so much more easy since we have phones, and social media can also be such a good place. But at the same time, you might also sometimes see videos and get so much information of things that might be really important to see, don't get me wrong, but when it happens 10 times in 10 minutes, maybe, you kind of feel bad at some point. And I think it's really important that, especially at these times in life, where the world around us, unfortunately, is really not the best place. And me just sitting here and speaking to the camera, I'm very, very grateful and happy that I can even do this. I think it's really important that we also take care of ourselves, of our mind, our mental health, because only when we're good, when we have energy, when we have regulated nervous systems, hopefully, only then we can actually step into power and not only do the things we love, but with this good energy, we have so much more impact on this world. So I try to have a positive impact by giving back something, by sharing my yoga practice, by helping you out, guys, deleting social media. I'm gonna get my phone and I will delete social media in front of this camera. Give me a moment. As you can see, hopefully, beautiful. We have Instagram here. please do it together with me. So get your phone right now and please click on Instagram for so long that you can delete it. I'm gonna keep YouTube because this is where I upload, right? What else do we have? Actually, I deleted TikTok a bit ago. So as you can see, I only have like, okay, fitness app, Bible app, FaceTime and stuff, music. I think Spotify music is something we can leave. Some gym apps, also for my yoga teacher job. Honestly, my main problem is Instagram. I actually deleted TikTok because it also became a problem. I know I just told you about YouTube Shorts, but I actually need to keep YouTube for uploading this video. I'm promising to you, I'm not gonna watch any shorts. That's it, I guess, that's it. To give you a bit more information about the structure, so after this video, just below, you will find the first part of this journey, the first yoga flow. I'm not gonna do a too long flow. And then I will be uploading, or you will see a flow each day. I actually don't need anything besides a yoga mat or just like a workout mat. It doesn't have to be like a very specific yoga mat. It would be beneficial if you had books or yoga blocks. If you had books which are the same size, because sometimes it helps, doing some certain position. And that's it. You just need commitment. We'll practice to come back to ourselves and to the present moment. This is something I lose way too often. And I don't know, for me personally, you might feel the same. The moments where I'm really at peace, actually the moments where I feel really good, are the moments where I don't think too much and I'm really just here. I have been reading this book, Don't Believe Everything You Think. And this book is also saying that every time when you're not at ease and you're not really at peace, it probably means that you're thinking too much. Normally, when we do think, many times we worry, we have those negative thoughts. When we do think positive, on the other side, it mostly comes out of this inner state of peace and presence. So it's a bit like, sometimes we also proactively think positive, but mostly when you have those positive thoughts, you know it's coming from the inside. When you have just negative thoughts and stuff, it's coming from the outside and it impacts your inside state. So with yoga, we really try to tune in, to be connected here, to explore what is in here, to maybe see which things have I suppressed that I can now finally let out and actually let come to the surface. And there's so much we can find out about ourselves. So I would be so happy if you join me here. Click on subscribe, please. Leave me a comment. And yeah, see you on the mat.